Yeah, so I just found out that Irizarry, the psychopath, and or the psycho thug directly below in 76, two different people, one of them lives in 76, the other one lives in 78, have managed to make it into this unit over the last few days and cut one of my sponges in half. This sponge is fairly new. I've had it for 3 weeks, and the video that I'm trying to upload about this sponge that I just made is not uploading. Because the psycho-scum Irizarry is also a cyber criminal, and she likes to block videos that I try to upload when they pertain to her criminal activities, her psychotic need to harass and vandalize other people's stuff, etc. So this is now like the 4th time that I've tried to upload this video that I just made about the sponge that she seems to have cut in half with some kind of a razor. And yeah, not a surprise that it's not uploading. It's about her, or her psycho-scum thug directly below in 76. They seem to be buddies. And they seem to like to get into my unit and vandalize my stuff or steal it. Yeah, see, that video is not uploading. Because Irizarry is also a cyber criminal, as Mr. Oleg Eliseyev of the Greenville group likes to brag. He's not shy. Oh, now the internet's not working? That's interesting. Internet was working just fine 2 minutes ago, folks. Connect to the internet. Well, you're watching this phone be hacked once again in real time. Somebody keeps remotely interfering with the functioning of this device when I try to use it to report their criminal activities and nefarious tendencies in videos or in emails or in phone calls. So that's interesting. It says Xfinity Wi-Fi connected. Well, it says that I'm connected. So then why is the Wi-Fi suddenly showing up as not being on? So let's try this again for the 6th time. Okay. And then I'm going to show the sponge that I just noticed had been obviously vandalized over the last few days and cut in half, so I can't use it. Irizarry, the psychopath, has been pulling this kind of vandalism on my personal belongings continuously for the last 10 years, ever since she was placed in Unit 78 behind this wall in 2013. Yeah, see, it's not uploading. Check this out. And she's not just a psychopath and a mental head case. Obviously, when she breaks and enters into my unit from that door right there, when I'm sitting right here watching her enter the door and she's standing in the doorway. She's done that like 3 or 4 times since 2016, 2017. So again, the video that is made about her having gotten into this unit over the last few days and vandalized my kitchen sponge, which has been cut in half by some sharp object that I don't own. I don't own any sharp knives. The sharpest knife that I own is a butter knife, and it's so dull I can literally just run my finger along the edge of it repeatedly and not get cut. Well, somebody with a much sharper knife made it in here over the last few days and cut my kitchen sponge. And now the video that I made about that is not uploading, even though the Wi-Fi is working just fine. Do you see that little triangle right there? That's the Wi-Fi. I rest my case, guys. Irizarry is not just a psychopath, a psychotic stalker, a vandalizer, and a kleptomaniac. She's also, exactly what the Greenville group keeps bragging that she is, a very talented hacker who can hack into anything, according to Mr. Eliseyev, who seems to be her employer or her manager or her, sponsor. So I'm in the process of washing dishes, and I have the right to run the water and use this sponge. But as you can see, this sponge has been cut cleanly. This is a clean cut. It's a new sponge. I've only had it for about 3 weeks. And that is not an accident, folks. It didn't just somehow detach itself from itself and rip itself open, right? I mean, the rest of the sponge is perfectly solid and sound. It has structural integrity with itself. So why would one corner suddenly develop a very clean cut like this that almost looks like somebody tried to slash it in half with something sharp? This is not somebody ripping, sort of pulling out a little hole with their fingernails or whatever. This is a clean slash right here. Clean slash. It wasn't there a few days ago, and now it is. And I actually noticed it maybe yesterday or the day before when I was washing dishes. And I was like, why is like a part of the sponge suddenly hanging off? And you're in the middle of washing stuff. You're like, I just need to wash stuff. I'm not going to look at this. But when I looked at it, it obviously has been vandalized. And as I keep saying, Irizarry, the psychopath who was placed in the bathroom behind this wall and is now suddenly smoking up a storm in the bathroom behind this wall, that's unit 78. She started almost immediately managing to get into my unit when I was away at work. I always had to work full time to pay my rent all the way up through the pandemic. I worked full time to pay my rent out of pocket entirely. And so I was always gone during the day, and I'd come home and find my lipsticks had been smashed. Brand new like eyeliner suddenly smelled like fish, and the tip was all like warped and melted. You know, somebody was just messing with my stuff. My face creams would have nails in them. Somebody was putting nails like in my face creams. Irizarry the psychopath just obviously has nothing to do during the day because she's in the DPH-DMH system, according to property management of the Greenville Group. She's not a normal tenant who goes to work every day from 9 to 5 and pays her rent out of pocket. I mean, maybe she pays her rent out of pocket, but, you know, it's probably from hacking into other people's phones and stealing credit card information and stuff like that. So this kind of stuff has been going on in this unit since 2013. This is a classic Irizarry move. But 2 years ago, management also placed a psycho thug directly below 76 into this unit. And that psycho thug, along with Irizarry, has taken it upon themselves to physically enter this unit without my permission on multiple occasions. He thinks he has the right to come in here whenever he wants. And he did that just 2 months ago in February when he walked in here and started filming the inside of this unit while shoving me at my door when I tried to get past him to get into this unit. These psychos are not normal. They don't work. They sit around all day making slamming and banging noises at all hours of the day and night when other people are trying to mind their own business and get stuff done. And psycho Irizarry, the nut job, sex offender, creep, stalker, kleptomaniac, vandalizer, likes to smoke in the bathroom directly behind this wall, which she's doing right now. There's suddenly a lot of tremendously intense marijuana smoke coming from behind this wall right here, even though I have the door to the hallway open for ventilation. Right, so this door is not locked. It's open. So anyway, Irizarry, according to Mr. Oleg Elisayev, her employer or sponsor, is a talented cyber criminal. And that's why videos that I make about how she manages to get into this unit, her or the psycho creep in 76, but it's more likely her. She's frequently in 78. Maybe they moved her back in. I don't know, but that's a lot closer than one floor down. She keeps managing to get in here and does the exact same stuff to my sponges, to my food, to my personal care items as she's been doing for 10 years now. This is the same person. It's exactly the same person. So, you know, these people don't belong in a commercial residential facility where they have ample access to tenants who, you know, such as myself, who are required to pay rent out of pocket and have jobs and have responsibilities and families and friends and social lives and dishes that they have to wash with sponges, right? She has a problem with me washing things, Irizarry does, I mean. And that's possibly why the water from this tap suddenly starts to stink intensely foul when I try to use it to wash my face, rinse out my eyes, wash washcloths and things like that, because she's a mentally disturbed nut job who has to contaminate and vandalize other people's nice things. That's really what it comes down to. She is jealous of what she sees other people having. She has this compulsive urge to contaminate and vandalize or steal other people's nice things. And she can also hack into their devices and do a lot of destruction that way, as I keep reporting. So back to the video, that's why a lot of the videos that I try to make about her vandalizing activities, her hacking, the nonstop smoke and fumes from the bathroom behind this wall, the food contamination that I've had to report to the police probably about 10 times now in the last few years, especially when I leave things on the counter and then I go down the hall to the common bathroom for a few minutes. I come back and then the food is completely like messed with. You can't eat it. Well, that's Irizarry the psychopath. That's what she does. So let's see. So this is finally uploading. 20 minutes remaining. Let's see if it actually takes 20 minutes or 2 hours. The last one I tried to upload about Irizarry took over 2 hours to upload, even though the Wi-Fi is working just fine.